name is Mac. Welcome back, Radventurers, to the Radventurer channel, where we talk about everything rad and adventurous and, well, e-bikes. Bye, Tashi. Sorry, he got a little startled. I think he was taking a nap. That's my cat. He's pretty rad, too. If you've been watching my channel, you may have seen a slow evolution, devolution, de-evolution, revolution, ocean. You may have seen that. I'm changing, and I don't know if I like it, because now I'm scrunching my face more, and I'm doing this more. And look at these. I got this more now. Why? Because anytime I, go back to my algorithm and start looking for e-bike news, because I like to stay in the news, stay into, what the know-how is and what's going on, so I could bring it to you guys and let you guys know what's going on, because sometimes y'all don't have time to think everything e-bike, but I do. I live e-bike. I dream e-bike. I sleep e-bike, because sometimes you don't dream, you just sleep. I also eat e-bike. I bathe in e-bike. You know what I mean. But this is bad. We are totally cooked, my friends. We are totally cooked. Because they're already doing it in the beautiful islands of Hawaii. Let me take you there. Ban on e-bikes at Hawaii's public school. When I saw that, I went into this mode right away. I was like, oh, God, here we go. Let's see what they got to say, man.
Well, new at 5 tonight, a ban on e-bikes with more crashes on the roads involving children. The State Department of Education announced new rules about the bikes on campus, and our Kristen Concilio has that story tonight.
Oh, gosh. A ban on e-bikes and people crashing because, they're too stupid to read and understand, or maybe they're fine, but someone else was too stupid and hit them because, stupid happens, man. Stupid happens. I've been around since like the 90s, for a long mother faking time. I said mother faking. That's my thing. Okay. Someday that'll be a thing, and maybe some action hero on a TV will be like, that's my mother faking bike. Get off my bike, mother faker. Hasta la vista, mother faker. And then you shoot him with a water gun. But when people started taking dirt bikes on trails where we'd normally do mountain bikes, they freaked out too. Like, motorized bikes. I mean, I get it. Dirt bikes are pretty heavy. And if you crash into a dirt bike, you're dead. Like, if you're a mountain biker and you crash into a dirt bike, you'd probably be dead. Just saying, because they're heavy. It's like bike versus car, But it was the same thing. And now what's the latest thing? E-bikes everywhere. E-scooters, e-motos, e-unicycles. They're all there, man. They're here to stay. People need them as transport. And we got to be better. We got to do better. And we got to help. We got to help advocate for the correct e-bike laws, not this whole banning e-bike garbage. Jeez, people. Jeez.
Many families and students will now have to figure out another way to get to school.
Oh, great. There you go, man. Now families and students have to suffer because some people can't keep their crap in order. It's tragic, man.
We've had 2 devastating tragedies in the Ewa Beach area, and those are too many.
Effective immediately, the State Department of Education is banning e-motorcycles on all of its campuses and e-bikes on elementary and intermediate and middle schools.
Oh, geez.
People have seen all over the media how there are unsafe riding.
Well, I mean, this is bad.
Other parts of the island, and it does create a safety issue for students riding the bikes and
sure.
also for overall traffic safety.
E-bikes are legal.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, I get it. Okay, so that's not that bad. I mean, it's bad, especially if you have like a Suron you're trying to ride at to college, or whatever. But so you can't have your e-motos in high school and up, which that sucks, dude, because most of those people are the ones that use those things. But okay, well, maybe if we and hear me out, dude. Okay, just I think it has to be a culture shift. Because if we don't have a culture shift, then we're doing this to ourselves. Okay? Imagine it as if you're trying to take a dirt bike on a mountain biking single track. People are be like, dude, what the hell are you doing, bro? Or the opposite. You take a mountain bike on a dirt bike track. They're going to be like, what the hell are you doing, bro? You know, there's a place and a time for everything, right? If you want to ride your Suron to school, well, they're going to treat you like a motorcycle, because you're not supposed to be riding that on like, you know, sidewalks and stuff, dude, because you could go faster than like 40 miles an hour on those things. That's dangerous for pedestrians. And I get it. Maybe you're good, but then other people are at risk, and then they get hurt, and then we all look bad. You know, it sucks, Dan. It's like, we got to be more responsible. Yeah, right? Like if you're riding a class 2 e-bike, I don't see a problem with having those on a sidewalk. I don't. I mean, if it's a crowded sidewalk and there's a bike lane, jump on the bike lane, baby. That's what it's for. You know, like, it's a culture thing. We got to figure it out, baby. We got to figure it out, man.
Children 15 years and older, so the DOE is allowing them on high school campuses, but they must be registered and licensed by the county.
Oh, God.
E-bikes without county-issued decals will be confiscated and returned to parents and prohibited from all campuses until legal.
Oh, God.
Resistance.
There you go. See, so this is how the government takes over on us, guys and gals, everybody here, right? I hope you understand what I'm saying, because it may seem like a rule or a law that makes sense now, right? Like, so if you want to bring your e-moto, you got to get it registered. I don't like that, because now they could collect fees from us. They got information on us. They got, you know, I mean, look, it's fine, right? They made us do it with our guns for whatever reasons. You know, you could argue both sides of it. Fine. We're doing it though, right? Like, we have our guns and we're, you know, registering and doing what we need to so that we keep our guns. They're going to do the same thing with our bikes. They are, eventually. And this is how it starts. Unless y'all know how we can advocate, man. Like, let me think about this. How do we advocate, right? I like that little glare in the back. I'm just like, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. No, look, I reached out to my friend who has a husband that's a federal judge, and he's got some great connections and contacts. And I asked him, hey, if I wanted to like reach out to people to advocate for some like e-bike laws and make sure people didn't do dumb things, like putting dumb laws in that we don't need, you know, who do I talk to? And he was like, well, you know, Department of Transportation, blah, 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 blah. So I talked to those guys. I went some, you know, like had conversations, but they didn't go anywhere. It didn't make any real change. Then he suggested I talk to people for bikes. And I did. I actually joined them on the bike ride for Shift 25. Like, you could go back and see my videos where we did a live ride. He even tested a bike park that wasn't even fully built yet. But that was fun. And I got to talk to some good people, and I reached out to them, talked to them, but then they're like, nowhere, dude. Like, during their events, yeah, they talk about how they make changes in legislation. They got people out in DC lobbying all the time, blah, 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 blah. But like, I don't see the changes locally. And I think if we need to do anything locally, we got to have a bigger, more united initiative. So everything I've done so far has been a dead end. I need your guys' help, man. Let me know in the comments below how we can help make a change. Who do we need to talk to? Like, whose D do I got? I'm just kidding. No. I don't do that. Like, but I love donuts. Like, whose donuts do I got to like steal or, you know, make? Because I make good donuts. That's what I was trying to say, right? In any case, let me get this back here. I really hope this doesn't like go full on. I mean, it sounds like it is, but dude, this is sad. This is a sad day.
Parents may have to this is that they may find it challenging to get their kids to and from schools without e-bikes.
Right.
There are other modes of transportation. We do have the city bus. You can buy their kids regular bikes. We encourage all of our students to come to school and come to school on time. But we want to make sure that they get there safely.
Because
well, you know, I get it. They want to make sure they get there safely. And he's already acknowledging, like, look, man, you guys are going to have, some people are going to have challenges. But, I think if you're riding a Class 2 e-bike, they should be given an exception from all this stuff. Class 3, maybe if it's like under like 28. But anything more than that, dude, once you're going 30, like, okay, let me know in the comments below if you've been in a crash and thrown off your bike going more than 30 miles per hour. Okay? Raise your hand if you have. Okay, anybody else, drop it in there. Okay? And not once, not twice, but vice. And it's mostly downhill stuff, and you're going faster than 30, and you hit the rock the wrong way, hit a log the wrong way, and just go over the bars. It sucks, man. That's why I've got arthritis. That's why I'm beat up. But, I have a helmet. I got protective gear. I know how to fall, know how to like slap out when I hit the ground. So, like for me, I've fallen a lot because I've done a lot, but not a lot of people have. And a lot of people that haven't are the ones that, they don't wear a helmet. They don't follow the rules, right? Until they die. And then they do. But yeah, it doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense.
Number of accidents is getting out of control.
So EMS has responded to 55 calls as of this year.
55 calls as of this year. That's a lot. It's more than we should have, honestly.
Age range between 5 and 17.
Gosh.
On e-bikes or e-scooters. It is alarming.
And officials say it's just not worth the risk.
I think everyone's seen the risk.
Like there. That's what I mean, okay? I mean, dude, it's cool. Do your tricks, but you've got like 12 other bikes, on the street. You got cars passing you and stuff. Like, you're swerving, right? If I'm a car and I see this happening and you're practicing one of your tricks and maybe you're not that good or you just, straight up boner it and just bam, dude, you fall. And then I hit you because you fall. Is it my fault? Because I drive cars too, man. I run into this stupid nonsense. Like, if you're trying to like make a statement, like protest on something or whatever, or Black Lives Matter, or fight cancer, or Free Willy, whatever, man, just do it, right? Have a cause. But if there's no cause, if you're just jacking around, don't make life harder for other people because you're bored. That's all I'm saying. That's why we can't have nice things, man. Don't be a mother faker and fake it up for the rest of us, all right? That's all I'm saying. All right.
That it can pose with young children operating these e-scooters.
Young children operating. There's no problems with it, okay? If your parents properly train you and you could do freaking gap jumps at 5, that's badass, dude. That's rad. That's rad. But not everybody can do that. And if you're not trained, dude, don't try to do dumb things on your bike. Speed will kill you. Speed is fun, but speed will kill you. Jeez.
Scooters or e-bikes at such a high speed. We also pushing the safety message of no matter what your age is, you should be wearing a helmet.
Thank you. I agree with my Hawaiian buddy here. Okay? No matter what your age, you should be wearing a helmet. I know you're gonna argue, and that's fine. I respect you. I respect your opinion. Okay? Please respect mine. All right? Just because I've fallen off my bike and I see what happens to my helmet. If I didn't have that helmet, I wouldn't be right here yelling at everybody today. Whether that's good or bad or not, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just gonna give myself a heart attack. Could you imagine? I'm just right here, just going off on people, and then all of a sudden, I just have a heart attack, and I'm like, gosh, wear your hell. I hope that's not how I look, man. At least I hope I have a cooler look. I'd be like, Yeah. And that's how I go, like with a nod, you know? Okay, seriously though. Seriously.
Operating these things.
Schools are currently notifying families about the new regulations. Kristen Concilio, Island News.
Schools are notifying families about the new regulations because people are going to be getting their bikes mailed back to their house. Like cops are going to be showing up to the house like, confiscated this bike from the kid's school, bruh. Like that's like, nobody's going to want to carry around these things, dude. They're kind of heavy, but I'll be interested to see how this pans out. Let me know what y'all think, dude. We gotta do something. All right, help me out, my friends. I will fight for you. Just think of me as your weapon. Weaponize me. Point me in the direction. Tell me where to go. Tell me who to talk to, and I'll chase them down. All right, my name is Mac. Radventurers. Thank you for watching. Stay rad, my friends. Cheers.